In this tutorial, I'll introduce and explain the concept of progressive bankroll management. For that purpose, we'll use a special calculator that can be found in the tipster evaluation tool. So before we continue, download the tool from the link. First of all, let's take a look at the basic betting indicators, return on investment, and return on capital. We'll use one example for better understanding. Let's say you have a 20-unit bankroll of €1,000 in total. This means you'll bet €50 per bet. Let's assume that after 100 picks, or €5,000 in placed bets, you've made €500 profit. In terms of units, you've made a profit of 10 units. So ROI, in this case, is 10 divided by 100, which equals 10%. Additionally, you've used a 20-unit bankroll, so your return on capital is 10 divided by 20, which equals 50%. This can be also calculated by dividing the final capital of 1,500 by the initial capital of 1,000, minus 1. As you can see, in this example our unit size was always the same, regardless of bankroll movements. One strategy commonly used for stakes management is the percentage strategy, where you always use the same percentage of the entire capital. That refers to the capital amount right before placing bets, so your stake fluctuates together with your bankroll size. In other words, it decreases when your bankroll is decreasing and increases when your bankroll is rising. However, I'll show you the model where the bet size will not decrease at any moment. This is why we'll use a number of units bankroll, rather than percentages. Let's see how this works in our calculator. In addition to the previous version of the tipster evaluation tool is this block in the middle. It automatically calculates the bet size at any given moment. Initial inputs for every bankroll strategy are total capital amount, and size in terms of units. For example, we can have €3,000 capital made of 30 units. So at the start, each unit equals €100. Bet size remains the same until the capital exceeds 30 units size. When that happens, you should reset your bankroll back to 30 units by increasing the stake per bet. Let's see the example if we start with a losing bet. The stake is 100, the beginning balance in units is 30, and the beginning capital is 3,000. The bankroll the next day would be €2,900 or 29 units. So the next day our bet size would remain the same, €100. Let's now suppose that we've started with a winning bet on odds of 2.00. The next day we'd have €3,100. Since we exceeded 30 units of 100, we're resetting the bankroll to 30 units. So 3,100 divided by 30 is €103, which is our new stake per bet. If we have more than one pick in one day, the stake remains the same the whole day. So basically, stake size is updated on a daily basis. For example, if we had 3 bets on day 2, this would be the result. So we'd bet €103 for each bet, ultimately ending the day with €3,203 in this scenario. This means that the next day we'd bet €107 per bet on day 3. As you can see, in practice this means that our bankroll would grow exponentially. And the only risk factor is determined by the maximum drawback, which mustn't exceed the original size of the bankroll in units. So the drawback of minus 30 units in our example would mean that the whole bankroll would be gone. That's why it's critical to estimate the maximum drawback and set your bankroll size in units accordingly. I personally recommend 30 units, because if a tipster ever gets to 30 units drawback, it would take him a lot of time to get back, even if he manages to do so. For the end, Let's see how would this kind of strategy reflect on my last season results. Let's copy the 440 pick statistics into the calculator. As you can see, the progressive rock used for 30 units would be 1,346%, and the original bankroll of 2,000 would get to 29,000 euros. This kind of strategy would be feasible since the maximum drawback was minus 16 units, as we can see here. That's all for today. I hope this model will be useful to implement for your betting strategy and to reach the maximum result. All related links are in the description. Bye for now.